Now, for Poirot, there's no such thing as a holiday, not when there's a murder at the hotel he's booked into. It's tonight at 9. Back to this afternoon, and we're off to the spiritual home of rallying. It's round 10 on ITV1.
This programme is sponsored by 888.com, the world's online casino and poker room.
Sébastien Loeb is ripping up the record book on every rally. He's got 7 victories from 9 events this season and has won 6 on the trot. But Finland, where local knowledge is key, should give the chasing pack a chance to beat him.
Only 3 non-Scandinavian drivers have ever won the Rally of Finland. It's the wide roads and blind crests that makes this event so specialised. The locals call it the Finnish Grand Prix, and to win here you need to be super fast, have complete confidence in your pace notes and have bags of bravery.
Forest roads here. Well, Robbie and I have come to a place called Ruimäki.
It's one of the Finnish classics, John. Lots of big crests and lots of big jumps.
And I've even got a copy of Markko Martin's pace notes. So Robbie, let's try and explain to people at home why these roads are so difficult to drive.
Well, the reason these roads are so difficult is because of the speeds. Double width road, but lots of crests, which are blind, and jumps. So getting the line right is absolutely critical. You can see this one, for example, coming up. You don't know what's over the other side of it. You're dependent on the pace notes to tell you what's over it so that you can set quick times.
So if I give you some of Markko Martin's notes, you'll know what's over the other side of the crest, in theory?
Yeah, in theory, absolutely. I mean, because you can't visually see over them, and to be committed, you have to listen to them and then commit yourself to these jumps.
Flat left long tightens into 5 over crest.
Yeah, okay, so this is the flat left long, this is the crest, and then it tightens into the 5. So, I mean, you're carrying about 80, 85 miles an hour around that corner. It's awesome.
200,
okay.
Jump 6.
Okay, this is the run up to the 200 to this jump. So I'm going to keep in the middle of it, and that's going to be some big air over there.
100,
yeah,
and then a flat left over jump.
Okay, so it's a flat left, so I want to be in the inside, and that's what you would, if you knew this road was closed, which it will be in the rally, you'll take that line.
So if it's all about the quality of your notes and your commitment as well, who's going to win?
Well, you've got to look at Markkus Grönholm, probably favourite, 4 times winner here. He's from Finland and he knows these roads inside out, which helps. You've got Peter Solberg, who ultimately is very, very fast here. But there's 2 Finns in the Ford team this year. You've got Gardemaisen, and they've drafted in Mikko Hirvonen as the second car. Also, the one man that you can't bet against is Sébastien Loeb. He's won 6 in a row. He's got his ultimate chance here to win one of the most prestigious rallies in the calendar. It's going to be one hell of a fight, isn't it?
Sébastien Loeb has a 27-point lead in the championship, so he doesn't need to win here. But every driver wants to add a victory in the spiritual home of rally to their CV, and the Frenchman is no different. Held in the forests of central Finland, the rally is based in the town of Jyväskylä, and it's estimated that almost a quarter of the population of the country will turn out to watch.
And it's not just the Finns who are out in force. There are plenty of Norwegians and Estonians too. They consider it to be their home rally as well. And despite the pouring rain, there are thousands of them here.
What's so good about rallying?
It's the highlight point of the summer. It's a Finnish custom to drink, of course. But
Märtin is very good.
He may have had the biggest cheer of the night, but Märtin didn't clock the fastest time. That was achieved by Petter Solberg in his Subaru. Stage 1 going to the Norwegian. Another testing 20 to go, and countless more jumps.
Of a jump, 150.
The first full day's action from a fanatical Finland coming next.
If you go down to the woods today, you will see cars fly. This one in particular, the championship leader Sébastien Loeb, who has been given a lesson in Finnish rallying tradition. And that is, you don't come here and walk away with our rally. It won't be easy.
Wipers on, conditions are damp, overnight rain. That'll help actually bond together the gravel on top. Sébastien Loeb, best result here is 4th last year, and it's a golden opportunity for him to prove he is the fastest driver in the world.
And here, Robbie, the first sight for us of these undulating stages.
Ultra fast. Loeb this year has a 27-point advantage. At this point last year, he had 17, so in a much better position. And this is a man that's second in the World Championship, Petter Solberg.
It's all about confidence, he told me in shakedown, and this guy has bags of it.
High expectations for Solberg. He had an off last year, but he was blindingly quick before it and after. His best result here, second in 2003.
Keep left of a small crest, 40, keep left of a crest, turn 2.
The camera on the bonnet of the Subaru, it's a great place to have it in Finland because we're going to see the roads disappear underneath these cars at high speed.
Wipers on, full speed for Solberg, so some rain falling.
Into 6 right bus, keep into the crest, 40.
These guys will be in a soft to medium compound tyre.
And the co-drivers, like Welshman Phil Mills, will be spitting these pace notes out at 90 to the dozen.
100.
Let's compare him to Loeb. 11:57.1 to beat. Slower,
100.
but not by much. Plus 2.8.
Now, down to business. Markko Grönholm, winner of last year. Nobody comes into his backyard and wins this rally without him having some kind of a say-so.
Absolute maestro here, John. Ultra committed, and it will be a win or bust approach, that's for sure. It's been a year since his last victory, and he wants another one desperately. Towards the end of the stage, Loeb's time to beat. He's the fastest man so far.
This is looking handy. This is looking handy.
It's going to be very close. Plus 0.4 of a second, but Grönholm will be pleased with that.
On to Tony Gardemeister. This, you know, is his 10th attempt at the rally in Finland. He's got the machinery to match Grönholm, but has he got the pedigree?
100% finishing record so far this year. He's really upped his game. The pressure will be mounting though in the Ford camp because they're lining up their drivers for 2006 in the next few weeks. Oh, just clip that stray rock out in the road there. No problem though.
It's one of the perils of Finland. The cars in front will cut corners and rocks will appear in the stage right in front of you. So François Duval in the number 2 Citroën, and as far as his career at Citroën is concerned, he's not out of the woods yet.
This is his 4th attempt at this event, 70th last year in the Focus. Remember, Johnny missed those 2 events. Oh, lucky boy. Big moment there in 6th gear over that crest. I was going to say he missed 2 events earlier in the year, and he nearly missed out in this one as well.
Gee, he's a lucky boy. One of the Mitsubishis, Gigi Galli, the bouncy, enthusiastic Italian. He can't wait to start this event.
It's his first time here in a WRC car. He won in the production category last year.
Robbie's making pizza already with that steering wheel.
Big steering input. Whoa, oversteer. Oh no, it's down the ditch. Get it into reverse. That didn't look good. Next man on the road, 2 minutes behind. This could cause him problems, John.
Yeah, the very anxious face of Jani Parsonen, the Finn.
Look, there's guys waving him down. Galli's still on the road up here, or just off to the side. There he is. Oy, oy, oy.
Well, he's going to go by. He'll be okay.
Oh no, he's stuck. Just slid off the road trying to get past Galli. This is a disaster. Difficult situation for Parsonen.
Come on, fellas, sort it out.
Desperately wants to do well. That's Guido De Mori organising the spectators, pushing the car back on the road. Probably no damage, but substantial time loss.
It's a costly mess-up of 2.5 minutes. He's not on the leaderboard. And we have a new rally leader, Sébastien Loeb, with Marcus Grönholm and Peter Solberg breathing down his neck.
2 short stages before service, and important ones for Marcus Grönholm. He won stage 3 to take the lead, and then won 4 to consolidate it. He admits he can't relax on his home rally, but he might do now after getting his nose in front. And here's Märtin. Now he's at the part of the stage where John and Robbie were yesterday. Let's hear Michael Park read the notes and see how they get on compared to our sedate pair.
100 flat left, over jump, 50, easy right over jump, 30, easy left, 50, crest leg 6 left side, 6 minus long, 30, junction 2 plus right, don't cut.
Easy when you know how. Sébastien Loeb relinquished the lead on stage 3 when Grönholm took 4.5 seconds off him. He only lost another half a second on stage 4, despite a serious amount of sideways action. The little Frenchman, very cool under pressure. But every jump brings a landing, and there are no soft ones when you fly here in Finland. It's another day one disaster for Chris Atkinson in the Subaru, though. When you listen to his co-driver Glenn McNeil, there are 2 very important words you don't want to miss.
Turn 4 right, don't cut. Opens and tightens 5, then 9. Then a lot of different on. 9 left. A lot of careful at work.
Atkinson did cut, and whether the pace note came too early or Atkinson misjudged the corner, it didn't matter. It was another Friday failure.
Will it make any difference? No, broken the steering. Supervision from Glenn, you copy, or go to the phone?
If we've got you on radio, but want us to phone you?
A slow corner.
So Atkinson out of the picture, but Grönholm flies into first, ahead of Loeb. Solberg's third in front of Märtin, but Gardemeister is very close in 5th.
The stages are getting longer, and those crests are getting bigger, and Sébastien Loeb is just 4.5 seconds off the rally leader, Marcus Grönholm. What a jump there.
Big commitment over there. Loeb's definitely on it this weekend. He wants to win here and prove he is quick. We know that already. He won stage 2, and we believe that's the first stage win in Finland that he's had.
6 wins this.
Oh, big impact.
Elena's lost his notes.
He's also lost his voice.
He's in trouble.
He's been winded through there.
Now, does Loeb know?
Of course he knows. He's listening to him.
Well, Loeb's not going to take his eye off this road.
This will cost him time.
That must have been some jump. So Sébastien Loeb struggles on without a co-driver in the rally, where you need these notes to know where you're going and what is coming up behind these corners and over those crests.
Lots of surface changes. Peter Solberg over that big jump. Again, these boys are on it.
Solberg in third place. He says he's got a good feeling in this car since Argentina, and this stage might offer an opportunity to him.
Oh, big impact at the front there. That car kicked up at the back, but Peter seemed to attack these jumps faster than anybody else.
Solberg into the horizon as rally leader Markko Grönholm comes up.
There's nothing to split them at the moment. The top three guys are on the pace. Lots of surface changes from wide roads to narrow, sandy to hard. Oh, back end skipping out. Narrow along here, but very fast. Oh, another big impact.
Gee.
Marcus is talking. Timo Rautainen's lost his voice. Winded again. Listen.
Well, we heard Elena in trouble in the Citroën. Now we can't hear Rautiainen at all.
Timo doesn't sound good. Marcus worried.
You can tell from the tone in Markko Grönholm's voice that something very bad is going on in that car.
Luckily, John, he's got the knowledge to still be able to drive these stages, and this is his cousin, Sébastien Lindholm, down in 18th place, dropped a lot of time in the first stage with brake problems. Let's see how his Peugeot goes through here.
Here we go.
Oh, big moment there. And another co-driver gasping for breath. They're definitely coming off worst here. The reason for that, the driver can brace himself in the steering wheel, the co-driver can't. Another factor to consider is this is a new stage, and when they recce it, they're only allowed to do so at 90 kph. They're coming across here at over 200.
Sébastien Lindholm limps on without his co-driver as Jani Passanen comes into sight in 21st and pretty much drinking in the last chance saloon where rallying is concerned.
Yeah, well, he dropped all that time on stage 2, trying to get past GG Galley. Whoa, and there's his Škoda over that crest, but listen. That doesn't sound good.
Well, it's not the co-driver, it's the car in trouble for Passanen.
Broken suspension, it sounds like.
Amazingly, Markko Grönholm wins the stage and extends his lead despite having no pace notes towards the end. Peter Solberg in third loses ground.
Well, that stage took the breath away of many of the top co-drivers, but after the next stage, stage 6, Markko Grönholm's lead was down to under 2 seconds. But of more concern for him is the fact that Timo Rautiainen might need urgent medical attention. It could mean that both he and Grönholm have to retire from this rally.
Only 1.8 seconds in front, but he lost a lot in the last stage because Timo has some trouble in the back after a big jump. We also had a big jump on the same place, and Daniel had needed 2 kilometers to take his breath again, so it was very, very strong, and I hope it's not too bad for Timo.
So attention to the Peugeot and the co-driver during service. Rautiainen, who was complaining of back pain and difficulty breathing, was dramatically rushed to the waiting doctor and physio and hidden from prying eyes. But thankfully for all concerned, after treatment, he was given clearance to continue.
It was a very long jump on stage 5, and we landed heavily, and I damaged my back. Something went wrong there, and I couldn't speak for the rest of the stage notes, hardly anything, and I lost my breath for 1 minute at least. And then it was difficult to drive the next one. Markus was ready to stop all the time, and I said we go until the service so that doctor can check, and he said that he understands it's painful, but it's not dangerous. So we just put some tape around me and we go again.
On stage 7, it was business as usual from this fella, the rally leader, Markko Grönholm. On the second run through the stage, where co-driver Timo Salonen was badly winded, Grönholm records the fastest time. But on stage 8, he's slower, and he drops a fraction of time to Sébastien Loeb. But then, it's Petter Solberg who gets caught up in some high-speed fun and games.
Petter just sliding a bit wide there. There was a thump from the back. He won this stage this morning, but Markko Grönholm still holds a record for this classic finish of Monte-Carlo.
Something broken, yeah? 60.
Something broken at the back. He did whack those trees.
Crest 40, crest 80, keep right of a big jump. 40, small crest.
Keep right over big jump. Oh, monster moment here for Solberg. Down that ditch at about 100 miles an hour. Whoa, a harp stopper.
Phil Mills tells him to settle down because he went left when he was told to keep right.
Look at that car. It's got no rear spoiler, and that's why it kicked up. But look at that for a moment. How he got away with that, I'll never know. There it is from the inside. Phil Mills adopts the crash position because he thought they were going over. Look at the damage to the front of the car. All smacked up, the sub guard, the rear boot's missing. Let's take a look at it again. It digs in, nose plants, slides down that ditch. Luckily there was no rocks in there, or it would have just flipped it. There it is in slow motion. Look at it compared to Markko Grönholm. The lack of the rear spoiler allows the back end to kick up, and it'll be a moment that Petter Solberg will remember for the rest of his life.
But in this rally, it costs Petter Solberg 2 places. Sébastien Loeb wins stage 8. Here's the leaderboard at the end of stage 9, and Solberg is down to 5th. Grönholm now leads Sébastien Loeb by 5.8 seconds.
Came to one jump, and the car just went up, landed on its nose, straight into the ditch for 100 meters. Scary situation. It's a long time ago I had a situation like that.
It frightened you?
Yeah, it did, because landing on the front like this and almost forward, it's not something you want to do.
Typical drama of Finland. Plenty more when we come back.
Welcome back. I'm at the end of one of the most famous stages of the whole year, Unimpoja, and I'll be gauging reaction from the drivers in just a few minutes. But first, let me fill you in on what happened on stage 10 earlier this morning. Markko Grönholm has lost most of his lead. It's down to just 2.3 seconds now over Sébastien Loeb. He complained he took too hard a tyre. And Petter Solberg, after that crash yesterday, says there is still something wrong with his car, but he simply doesn't know what it is. Now on with Unimpoja.
Here we go then, buckle up, take a deep breath. This is the stage that has frightened world champions down the years, let alone world championship rally drivers. So what must Mikko Hirvonen be thinking, who's 25 today and is doing this for the very first time in a WRC car?
Unimpoja is an awesome stage, very difficult to get it correct, but it's rewarding. Petter Solberg set the fastest time through here last year, but John, it's been split into 2 because the average speeds were too high at 130 kilometres an hour last year.
To his teammate, Tony Gardemeister. And I was about to say we've seen many Ford Focuses fly on these stages over the years. How would Gardemeister rate? I'd say pretty good there, Robbie.
Yep, trying to hunt down Märtin in 3rd place. The Ford suspension, by far the best over the bumps and jumps that I've seen.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is the run up to that launch pad.
Hold your breath. And anything else?
Bit of a dab on the brakes, but he flies that car, gets a bit sideways on the exit there.
That was a beauty. Well, here is the man that we have to blame for this stage being divided into 2. As Robbie said, he went so fast last year, he broke the average speed that was allowed. And he doesn't mind admitting this frightens him a little bit too.
6 right plus, opens 40, keep right to the crest, and line into full left.
Great to watch.
5th overall at the moment. Slow time in the previous stage. Dialed in some new suspension settings in the road section to this stage. We'll see how this car's handling now.
6 right plus, keep in. The 6 left of the crest, the keep left of the crest, and slow really 6 right minus half long, keep in.
He's got Hirvonen close behind him, only 8.8 seconds, so he has to stay on it. Oh, big sideways moment there for Märtin. third overall at the moment. Another driver to have a 100% finishing record so far this season. Second in Sweden Rally is his best result this year.
Right over crest camber.
And we've criticised Markko Märtin in the past this season, but he's genuinely more lively this weekend. There's certainly more effort. Let's see if it's paid off here. He's got to beat Tony Gardemeister's time, which is the quickest.
He's going to do that, no problem. Takes 2.8 seconds from him.
And there is the proof.
That's good.
To the flying Frenchman, Sébastien Loeb.
He's got the gap down to 2.3 seconds behind Marcus Grönholm after stage 10. Had a big attack in there, won the stage. And there is a huge battle. Oh, another big impact there. Daniel Elena struggling for breath.
And Loeb before this rally said that these crests loom up like walls in front of you as you come to them. Well, the wall of all walls is coming up any minute now. Right there, and he braked.
Yeah, compressed the jump, not much air, but good speed. Listen to the engine revs, this is all 6 gear, John, well over 100 miles an hour. It is an awesome stage.
Seb, how was that stage? You've closed the gap at the moment.
Yes, but this one, the time is the same than the other end, so I think Marcus can be faster. It's very difficult here. You really need to have a lot of experience in this stage. You see, all the drivers who knows very well the stage are very fast. So, okay, I've done my best. It's a terrible stage.
Well, at least Robbie is honest about it. Now, what will this man make of it? We are on Marcus Grönholm manor.
The Finns love this stage. It proves who are the real men. Marcus Grönholm, rally leader, but only by 2.3 seconds. Telemetry on the car, look at the speeds. Run up to the big jump here. Heavy on the brakes, he really compressed that jump. No air at all from Grönholm, but I've seen that in the past and it is effective.
Well, Grönholm would know, maybe that's the technique.
Listen to the engine. Huge revs. Absolutely on it.
Well, he had to protect Timo because Timo said he was still feeling pain this morning on each of these landings.
Just threading the car through here, using every centimetre of the road.
The end of the stage is coming up. He's not going to let Sébastien Loeb beat him here, surely, is he, Robbie?
No, this is going to be a fast time. There he goes, takes 3.9 back, and that extends his lead slightly.
Mikä on nyt, kun tää rävähtää niin kovaa? En tiedä, mutta kyllä sä ajoit kyllä paljon kovempaa kuin...
I haven't got the first clue, Robbie. That's the answer to your question.
Marcus, how was that? Are you protecting Timo at all today? You taking a bit off the jumps or not?
I tried to protect, but we had a one jump and he was again. It's very difficult, very difficult.
To Gigi Galli, super rallying after going out on stage 2. Well, we might as well have a look and see what he does.
Big attack here, and he flies that Mitsubishi big time.
You know what I did when I was before the jump? I made like that for help. Very good. It's something like unbelievable, that stage. Unbelievable.
Let's take a closer look at the technique over this big jump in Unimpoja and look at the speeds on the approach. 107, 114 miles an hour there from Gardemeister. He carries huge speed and launches the Focus at 97 miles an hour. Grönholm in comparison, 80 miles an hour. But on the exit of the jump, the speeds are very similar, proving big air doesn't equal great exit speeds.
And you were the one, Robbie, that said that this stage separated the men from the boys. What's going to happen to Chris Meek in the Junior Championship?
Leading the category by 26 seconds. You can hear it just on the rev limiter down through this section. Ultra quick in these wee two-wheel drive, 230 horsepower. 100. Whoa, big impact there for Meek. Hit that telegraph pole. That's game over. Car's going nowhere. He's going to be gutted.
Chris Meek sits disconsolately at the side of stage 11. That stage was won by Marcus Grönholm. He won stage 12, and here's the leaderboard after 12. And Grönholm has put more daylight between him and the championship leader, Sébastien Loeb. As you can see, Chris Meek has made it back to service, but Chris, what happened this morning is a bit of a blow to your championship.
Yeah, it was unemployed and one of the trickiest stages in the rally, and you know, unfortunately for me, on Wednesday, I think I've made a wrong pace note for a corner over a crest, and you know, it wouldn't have mattered where I'd been leaving this morning or 10th place. I think it was going off in that corner, and it's very frustrating indeed, because you know, obviously we were leading by quite a margin.
And the man to benefit from Meek's demise was his teammate, the young Spaniard Daniel Sordo. It's an important weekend for Suzuki as well. They're debuting their new Swift here, but the defending junior champion didn't treat it very kindly.
Luft 60. Okay.
Guy Wilkes had his fair share of problems. He was forced to change a wheel that had buckled very early on in the rally. But he currently lies in 3rd position, and if he can stay there, he'll be leading the junior championship as we leave Finland.
It's a long way until the end of this rally, believe me. It's we will be leading the championship, but Chris Meek and Danny Sordo will have a rally in hand, because this year we drop a rally, so it's not over by no means.
These die-hard rally fans daren't move a muscle from their early morning positions. There is just so much going on, and Gigi Galli led the way in the drama stakes. His over-exuberance finally caught up with him. Manfred Stoll was sitting 11th, but this was the end of his rally too. François Duval, who doesn't seem to have the confidence to push in the Citroën, suffered as well when he took a wrong turning up someone's driveway. Despite his directional dilemma, he stayed in 8th and still in the points, although he still looked a little twitchy. And Harry Rovanperä continued his solid, if unspectacular, form in the Mitsubishi. He's been 7th since the first long stage of this rally, and after 15 stages, he's still there, with a minute gap in front and behind him. And Rovanperä, just one of the Finns tens of thousands of locals have come to see. He is, after all, the most local of locals, born, bred, and still living here. And Petter Solberg can't seem to clear a stage without some incident. On 14, he broke a brake pipe, hence his problems with the odd corner.
Right, 6 right past the crest. Okay, just get reverse. Okay.
Worse still, he has his former teammate Mika Hirvonen breathing down his neck.
Into the crest, 15.
Just 4 seconds between them now. But stages 13, 14 and 15 were all won by Marcus Grönholm, whose experience and local knowledge is just proving too much for the rest of the field.
150. Ja oikein hidas risteys. Ajoissa poistettu.
Guess who this lot want to win?
8 ja vasen eri ahdas.
And both Timo and Marcus doing their bit for local relations. So Grönholm's lead after 15 stages is inching towards comfortable. Märtin is fending off Gardemeister, but it's a very small gap between Solberg and Hirvonen. In a fortnight's time, there's a new venue on the Formula One circuit here on ITV. Fernando Alonso will be defending his championship lead in Turkey.
This is special stage 16 Moxie Liestou. Now it's one of the key stages of the rally, and the reason why, it's the longest at just over 25 miles. We're 3/4 of the way in, and you can see at the start of this shot I wasn't visible, and I'm 6 foot tall, and that's due to the severity of the drop off and this big crest. They're going to be approaching it at 85, 90 miles an hour in 6th gear, and we're guaranteed some big action.
But if Finland was a game of snakes and ladders for Ford's Tony Gardemeister, then he would be about to slip to the bottom of a snake at this stage. The reason? A massive high-speed blowout.
Pitkä oikeetaus miinus kääntyy 120.
He picks it up just there, he notices it, but he has to soldier on to the end of the stage.
Huomio, pitkä vasen eri, jarru 6, oikein hidas risteys, Kirraa sisältä, +1 Mikko. Tasas mennyt.
Whoa, somebody's been off here, he's got damage on the right-hand side. That's Tony Gardemeister, very slow.
The puncture cost him 2 minutes and drops him down the leaderboard.
Opens 60.
Peter Solberg's not having a bundle of fun either, because his old Subaru teammate from last year is breathing right down his neck. Now that's Mikko Hirvonen, a guy that Solberg used to beat regularly. But here, Solberg's struggling.
Peter Solberg in 5th place, but he's got Hirvonen close behind him. Big speed there from Solberg.
In contrast, Markko Martin's purple patch continues.
150, 6 right, fast, long over crest.
One of the reasons for that is the battle in the Manufacturers' Championship. Peugeot want to leave here ahead of Citroën, and they need Markko Martin to bring home those manufacturer points. It's looking good. Markko's in 3rd.
Rally leader Marcus Grönholm, slightly neater on that crest, but he knows his way over here and flies that Peugeot.
8.
Marcus Grönholm has spent the afternoon taking time out of Sébastien Loeb and enjoying it as well. And here he takes another 6 seconds from the championship leader and extends his lead to 30 seconds. And the world champion is human after all, and he does have his own bad luck. Just watch this from the final stage of the day. In his battle with these awesome finish stages, the championship leader picks up a potentially terminal wound. That thump earlier on has given him a puncture, and a tyre, the front right of the car, as you can see, is almost history.
In the line after a crest, it was a big stone in the rut, and bah, I hit it and the tire exploded, so okay.
And that exploding tyre drops Loeb to over a minute off Marcus Grönholm's lead at the end of day 2. But Gardemeister has slipped even further, from 4th to 7th place.
There's nothing that this crowd would like more than to see Marcus Grönholm win on home soil, and he's in pole position to do it. Find out if he completes the job when we come back.
Welcome back to the final day of Rally Finland, and mild panic at Peugeot this morning when a power steering leak was spotted on rally leader Marcus Grönholm's 307. With only 10 minutes available to repair the problem, the French team was up against it. But Grönholm made it to the control just in time and took a 1 minute 7 second lead into today's 4 final stages.
Tony Gardemeister started in 7th this morning, but he's moved up to 6th after winning that first stage, and it's all about pride now because he's not letting Harry Rottenperra, a fellow Finn, past him.
Lost all that time yesterday, John, with the puncture, almost 2 minutes. He was 4th, and it put him down to 7th.
To Mikko Hirvonen, another guy spoiling for a fight, and this one is with Peter Solberg. What's this?
Drop time, spun the car here, stalled it. He had the gap down to 3.8 seconds behind Peter, but that's cost him 5 seconds at least.
First mistake of the weekend for Mikko, and what a costly one that's going to be. Here's the guy he was trying to catch.
Still struggling to find his ultimate setup in that Subaru, a bit understeer mid-corner. 4th place at the moment, but Hirvonen on his case big time.
150, slow, keep left of a crest into turn 2 right minus, tightens 1 plus. Repeat in turn 2 right minus, tightens 1 plus.
Phil Mills on a belt and braces approach to this stage, repeating the note to Petra as he comes to the right-hander.
It's a good solution to do that. Just reminds the driver exactly what's coming in front of him.
Markko Märtin sliding his way around that left-hander, and he is part of an important master plan for Peugeot because they want to take maximum points from Finland and make sure they're leading the Manufacturers' Championship when they leave here.
New dampers this weekend on this Peugeot 307 have transformed it for Markko, and another factor is he loves these high-speed stages and he feels at home. Estonia is just across the water.
To Sébastien Loeb, who is facing mission impossible today. The gap to Marcus Grönholm is 1 minute and 10 seconds. Robbie, are we looking at something special today?
No real chance of catching Marcus Grönholm. He would have to rely on a slip-up from him or a mechanical failure in the Peugeot. Been outpaced this weekend by Grönholm. A little bit of a chink in Loeb's armour.
Yeah, some of that spark has been missing from Sébastien Loeb, and he's battled with this guy this morning, Marcus Grönholm, but how much has he been scared by that power steering leak?
I don't think it'll be an issue for him. The mechanics dealt with it in 10 minutes, which was remarkable. It's not over yet, this rally. He's having to concentrate. He's had an awesome weekend. Real big fight with Sébastien Loeb in the first 2 days, but he's got the advantage here.
So with just 2 stages to go, the 1, 2, 3 remains the same on the leaderboard, but despite that spin, Mikko Hirvonen is still in a fight with Petter Solberg over 4th place.
Now, you may remember our Lucozade Energy competition where we were giving you the chance to actually compete at Rally Australia. Well, we have whittled the entrance down to 5 finalists, and they have been enjoying VIP treatment here in Finland.
Tomorrow they'll drive the Finnish roads and find out who's going to get that drive in Perth. See how they get on in our Germany programme.
With no changes to tell you about on the leaderboard from stage 20, let's move on to the final stage of the weekend. And in the Junior World Championship, Danny Sordo comes home with a win. Guy Wilkes in 3rd, and he leads the championship as we leave Finland.
First time here for the young Spaniard. An excellent drive by him to take the victory. 3rd place for Wilkes promotes him to leader of the championship. However, he can only score in 2 more events this season. It's 7 from 8 that the JWRCs count.
To the main event, and Petter Solberg, a disappointing weekend for him, and so many question marks stand over him, his car and his performance.
Will be frustrated again at his pace, John. Still more speed required from the Subaru package to challenge Marcus and Sébastien. Lucky to be here after that monster moment on Friday. 3 fastest times this weekend, and this is the fight between him and Hirvonen, but he seems to have it under control.
This was the battle of pride. Hirvonen put him under pressure all yesterday afternoon and today, but Petter has escaped.
4th place for Solberg.
Well done. That was a good drive.
Markko Märtin, a rejuvenated Markko Märtin, heading towards his 4th appearance on the podium, but he still says it's a disappointing year.
Continues his unbroken run of point scores this weekend. Never won any stages, but is up the speed stakes from the 307. But they need to dial in some more if they want to take a win this year.
Peugeot understandably giving Marcus Grönholm plenty of help this weekend, but glad to see this fella on the podium with Grönholm as well. And now, an unusual sight for this year, Robbie. The sight of Sébastien Loeb coming home in 2nd place.
Yeah, but it's been a titanic fight between him and Marcus in the first 2 days. 4 stage wins this weekend. Wasn't able to match Marcus in speed terms here, but 2nd place allows him to extend his championship lead to 28 points.
And I think, you know, he's learnt. You've got to come here and pay your dues before you can win the big one, as this man will, the big man with a big reputation, and no one was going to take this rally off him without him having a fight.
5 wins here in 6 years, and that's despite his co-driver being injured. 11 fastest times this weekend. He has been dominant, and in my opinion, John, Marcus is the fastest driver in the championship. He drained every ounce of performance from the Peugeot this weekend for a brilliant win.
To finish first.
Yes.
First you must be Finnish.
Okay. Onneksi olkoon. Joo, samoin. Stage is clear for Marcus.
It's been a year since the Peugeot boys have won a rally, and they deserve it.
And this was the victory that he wanted most, and it's a handsome one as well. Grönholm the winner, Loeb in 2nd place, Markko Märtin on the podium as well, and Hirvonen the better of the 2 Fords.
That was a gutsy character win. Well done.
Thank you. It was a good win, and my 5th here, so I am quite happy and good for the team as well.
Was that the hardest one that you've ever done?
Not really, I think. It was not okay, but we were fighting like hell, but it has been the same before also with Harry and Richard and so. But Loeb is very, I knew that he is very good, so.
Hey, Doctor, thank you. Thank you. The best rally win ever?
I don't know if it's the best win, but for sure it was the hardest win. Not only because of my problem, but because Sébastien Loeb is incredibly strong, and we had to fight 2 days completely flat out with him. And today it was not even easy because we were so good lead and we had to drive carefully, and that's always difficult.
So the winning streak comes to an end, Seb, but the championship looks pretty comfortable.
Yes, the result here to be second in Finland is very good. But be fighting with Marcus here is I'm very happy for that, and now I have to accept sometimes that I cannot win everywhere, and in Finland is a bit specific.
I'm waiting for the smile to break out on your face. You look like a guy who's finally cracked it.
No, it's just the beginning. It's a bit of a reason to smile now, yeah, after 6 months. But it's nice to have that first step. But it's still things to do, and we can have a bigger smile even if we can do those changes.
Sébastien Loeb has a 28-point advantage now in the drivers' standings, but it's Finland winner Grönholm who's up to second. Solberg drops to third, and Märtin's third place here puts him fourth overall and helps Peugeot back on top in the manufacturers' race, but they're just a point ahead of Citroën. In the juniors, Britain's Guy Wilkes leads the way, with Chris Meek down to fifth. So 12 months on, and Marcus Grönholm is once again back on top of the podium. He's dominated his home rally from start to finish, but it's likely to be a very different story on the tarmac of Germany in 3 weeks' time. That's where we are. Hope you can join us too.